In the morning, when I come in, most of the time I'm with Augustin here, breaking down something. Probably twice a week, we're breaking down ducks. When we have big jobs like this, as a team, we come together and do them. A lot of places, nobody really pays attention of butchering anymore, and I think it's one of the skills that the chef needs to know. This from Long Island duck breast. It's one of the staples of the menu now that sticks around. It came down to really be people love it basically, so we don't take it off. So we smoke it for an hour with hay smoke. We let them age on the cage at least 2 weeks. The aging really softens the meat and makes it silky. And that's Chef Joe.
Hello.
That started with me as a line cook like 8 years ago now, right?
Yeah, about that time.
8 years ago.
You could feel and see the moisture content from a younger one, and it starts to get drier and drier as it goes up. Here's one of the fresher ones, and you can see that it still has like the moisture content there, compared to a drier one where the skin almost starts to pull back a little bit. So some of the thicker portions of fat actually have that water content that inhibits from actually getting that crispiness. So that's what Tom is doing here. He's removing that extra kind of moisture fat in there.
In a restaurant, people that really want to learn how to cook, they also want to learn the steps of what it takes to break down a duck, to break down a whole fish, to break down a lobster, and how to actually be creative. And that's the fun of cooking. Yeah, go in here. The trouts are here, guys. Trouts. When did you get them out, those guys?
These guys were still swimming at 9:30 this morning.
Really? Let's look at this, huh?
Yeah, this is Ty from Green Walk Trout Hatchery. We really love his fish, and it's become another staple on our menu that we can't just take off.
And it really talks to who we are, because the region I come from, trout is like one of the main fish. And that product is really amazing, fresh. I mean, you heard.
You know, every single fish I raise from an egg, and you know, I've been doing this my whole life, so seeing the finished product and seeing the passion that the chefs have makes it all worth it.
You see here how it's like literally straight like a plank, and the reason it's like that is because they have been killed this morning, so the meat had not had any time to relax enough, so it doesn't get soft. You buy the trout in the store, you hold it on the head, it flaps down. See, look at this one. So I put them flat somewhere. Here we go. Augustin and we're going to break them down and get them ready. And once they nicely, we put them nicely in filet on sheet trays, and we're going to let them rest in the fridge for at least 24 hours. And then it's ready to go in the kitchen upstairs. We're taking the skin off à la minute. And then they cook them on a cedar plank. Really, really simply, enhancing the product.
So we're currently working on a new dish here. The inspiration came from kind of like an old classic Alsatian recipe called Fleischnecken. Fleischnecken actually translates to meat snail. So we're going to do a take on it by actually serving it raw. And we're going to measure this off, put the langoustine tartare inside and wrap it up. And we've tried these components individually, and we believe that they'll come together, or we're going to find out if they come together, I guess, today after the final testing here. For me personally, this is the appeal of being a chef and putting in 12 to 15 hours a day, whatever it may be. I think when you see a dish start to create from beginning, it's a beautiful moment if it works out. It's important that you get whatever your filling is for the Fleischnecken to be completely smooth, so you can get that nice shape as it curls around. And then you have your roll. So now what we're going to do basically is roll this in plastic wrap and let it really just solidify together in the fridge. And then we'll take it to the bandsaw and get even slices, and that'll be one of the first components on the new dish. Mike's here? Tell him to come back. Why are you so scared over there? What's up, Mike? How you doing? Is that the crab?
Yeah, this is the crab.
So one of the great things that Mike supports us for on this tasting menu is he knows that we can change a lot of things. Like right now we're getting the live king crab. And we're gonna cook that off today. And then, you know, we can give it to a guest. A lot of tasting restaurants have a set menu. We wanted to be able to be a little bit more free in our structure, meaning if we could get special products in and we could only get a limited amount, that we would still be able to put that on the menu. We're going to take the legs off first. Crab just comes right out. We basically have just brought this up to a gentle poaching just to warm the crab up again. So first a little bit of the hedgehog mushrooms that have been cooked with shallots, a little bit of garlic. This is the egg custard, which is just egg yolks, whole egg, and a little bit of mushroom stock. And then next we're going to do a pile of the thick crab, the crab cooking liquid, and we'll pour the broth tableside.
This crab dish is a dish that over time became a signature. Tonight we have regular people that are coming in and they have asked to get that dish again. They had it before and our menu is very flexible and it's always fun to do it. Very straightforward application. It's foie gras with squab, but then doing it almost like basically a spring roll, bringing the excitement in from the crunchiness.
You don't really, as a cook, you don't really choose your own signature. It happens by people liking it.
So we have the two, we have the breasts, we have the legs, now we have the foie gras. I feel good about foie gras. I grew up with foie gras. My grandfather was a farmer, a goose farmer and a duck farmer for foie. We're gonna sear the squab breasts. Augustin, he's the one who knows the squab dish probably the most. 15 years, right, Augustin?
I stopped counting at 15.
Yeah, probably a little more than 15. He became the specialist in making them now. So the foie gras we sear, we give it a nice color and have it render some fat. But also the color on the foie is going to help us to build the nuttiness of that flavor. Those little fillets, we cook them also on the side, and those are little snacks while we're making them. There are some nice little perks when you cook also. So what we need now is a little bit cabbage. So we're good on that. What we're going to do next step is laying them together like a sandwich basically. So we're going to put the foie gras in the center. And now we take that and go. So the importance is that when it's soft like this, is to wrap it now. And then we're going to put it in the fridge until it's colder to wrap in the feuille de brique. That, and it sticks nicely together. And here we go. So now we're going to press it, making sure we control the pressure. What we want is that it sticks together now. The most important thing is flavors, but then when we achieve the flavor, we want to also make sure that we get to the presentation that shows off also the work that goes in. We're going through all those years of work and going to culinary school, and I think it's important that at the end the result is there. You know, when people say, why do you even bother to present it so nicely on a plate? Well, there's really give it justice to the chef that really spends his time and put money into learning his craft. If you go to a dentist and you have your tooth fixed, you want him to finish it nicely. So we finish the dishes nicely. It's just natural to me.
So we're gonna test the langoustine dish that we were trying out earlier, and we're gonna see how it plates up. Yeah, this is all visualized in my head right now, but once we actually put it on the plate, we'll get a better idea of what we're looking for. So we have the langoustine, we have the hamachi that's been cured in citrus salt and also shiso. Langoustine and uni is a very nice combination. So we're just trying to building flavors here. So this is fingerline, and you can just kind of squeeze it out of the pods and the pearls come out. Citrus caviar is what they call it. The sea lettuce. And for the last thing to make it all come together really is a sauce made from uni and yuzu. What we'll do is we'll put the cloche on and this will go out to the guest. I think it looks good for a starting. It needs a little bit more finesse and refinement.
The most important thing for a chef is to get to the point where you can create dishes, but it takes a lot of work to get to that point. And people usually want to go too fast. They don't understand the complexity that it takes to put a successful dish together. But this is the beauty. This is why we're doing that. How we want the guests to eat that.
Basically, at the end of the day, the sauce is going to be the carrier for all the ingredients.
The driver. Really nice. In some way, I would love to have a little bit something crunchy on here.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's the legs of the langoustine fried.
Yeah, sure.
And crumbled and put a couple on it, you know, something like that maybe.
Yeah.
Something of citrusy here.
Yep.
Something of crunch, in my opinion, something of crunch here. But we have beautiful flavors, nice umami going on. It lingers nicely. A beautiful wine with this, and I think you're in heaven here. As long as we follow all the parameters that define us, the door is open and the fun can start. Yeah, very nice. Looks good.
It's approaching 4:45 when all the chefs are expected to have their tastings up. We do this thorough tasting every single service to make sure that the quality is where we want, and we make the last minute adjustments where we need to be. Make sure you're putting a little more lemon on the fish, huh? Very nice otherwise. Foie gras is always good, right?
Cooking in an environment like this, it's really the quintessential thing is working as a team. Asking questions, it can be a treasure for you guys, because you have a lot of knowledge around you. Use it to your advantage. Nobody's going to knock on your door and say, hey, I'm going to teach you something. You actually have to knock on the door and say, show me something today. When you crave for learning, you learn. And that's really what it is. Get that knowledge and then have fun. There's a lot of fun in what we do. Have a good service, guys.
3, 2, 1. Genuine passion, relentless pursuit of excellence, drives create an authentic and memorable experience.
Pick up 3 caviar, pick up 2 Alsatian.
Yes.
Está bien, solo table 1. And then,
Ready?
yes, I use it.
Yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of fleur de sel mignonette. So we actually had a repeat guest come in, so we wanted to give him something different, so we're gonna actually ask his opinion on the langoustine dish that we created. So we're using a repeat guest as a guinea pig here. Especially the regulars, we trust them and we want to hear what they're saying. Ready?
Yes, I use it.
And just a side component here is the Kaluga caviar, nori cornbread, and scallion crema.
Very nice. Huh?
Table 1.
Perfect. See, it's nicely encased now. And what's nice on that dish is like you have this completely worked out nicely, and then you have that leg that you're supposed to take with your hand and just eat it with your hand.
To me, it's very important to be close to people, to be accessible, and being with them in the trenches and leading them, showing them the way, how it's done, and give them something so that they can take that and enhance it for the next generation.
Nice.
Oh, and 2 duck, 1 no goat.
The people that get the special dishes, the squab and everything, everybody happy?
Very happy.
Yeah, very happy.
Happy for the chef.
Good, very good. So it's about 9:15 right now and all the tables are in. Service went smooth so far, and we have those tables to take care right now. Tomorrow is another day.